Hey guys, welcome to what episode are we on, Lucy? The ninth episode. We're probably wrong. Of Tick's Thoughts. Okay, so this week has been straight to the point as usual when we have these serious talks. This week has been a huge learning curve. One, the act of being mindful. Okay, this also came from the art of communications. Actually, I haven't actually finished the art of not giving a fuck or that title, but yeah, I think it was an audiobook about communication or some shit about how like mindful thinking, basically putting yourself in someone's shoes, and while having specifically when having an argument or something of that shit type of matter, you know what I mean? It's important for you to before you say something, usually to actually think about it and say, okay, how would I phrase it to this person for them to, understand me more? I thought I was killing it. No, honestly speaking, I thought I was killing it because first of all, I have a problem with communication. I can't do it properly. So I went on, I looked up everything on Google about communicating and every single way to communicate. They said, okay, if shouting doesn't work, you whisper. Good. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, now you have to write down your feelings in text, and because it helps you think more between the full stops and picks. Fuck that shit up too. It's cool, it's cool. And then, as usual, when shit don't go right, I get frustrated, and I went to shit and tears and everything, and yelling too as well. We finally again got to yelling, which is always where I always find myself in relationships, because I'm just like, I myself don't actually like yelling in a relationship. So it's usually the final resort of confrontation for me, because I'm like, okay, look, if you're not going to listen to these words, I think I have to, take up the volume a bit more so I stress it. You know what I mean? So that is just the thought process, because I'm like, okay, I did it silently. I did this. Look, you're going to make me mad right now. And it literally just it builds and builds and builds. And actually, okay, you guys actually don't know what's going on right now and who I'm talking about. So, you know what? I think I should actually take a step back. Because people think that in my relationship, I am the girl that can never argue. You're the fucking perfect couple. We always argue. We actually always disagree. We agree 20% of the time, and that's an agreement to disagree. What we actually agree on 80% of the time is mostly things that we probably hate. And everyone usually knows that, hating actually brings you together. But I'm not saying that I actually hate what he likes. Actually, I like what he likes, but don't like what he likes about what he likes. For example, Pokemon. He loves rock hard Pokemon. Every single pun intended. I like cutesy Pokemon with flowers and bubbles and shit. But no one pays attention to the cute Pokemons because, you know what? We should pay attention to cute Pokemon. We should honestly pay attention to cute Pokemon. However, we agree that we both like Pokemon, and we move on, and then we take a walk and go catch Pokemon together. It's that simple. Understanding each other and just moving along with it so we can make both ourselves happy. Sometimes that doesn't go the way we actually think it does, because on my part anyway, sometimes I'm like, something irks me about him, or he does something that irks me. Now, this is the thing about my mindful thinking. I will literally think of like a way to be like, I have to think hard because I personally think I come across as very abrasive and blunt because I don't really care who you are, right? This shit pissed me off, man. This is how it made me feel. Are you gonna do something about it or should I do something about it? That's the conversation that we're having. However, people can't actually have that type of conversation and it's completely normal, okay? Sometimes you have to tailor the way you speak to people. It's the way of life, it's the way of communication, else no one would probably understand anyone. And that's a fact. Probably not a fact. I'm probably wrong. Okay, this actual episode, you will probably hear me say I was wrong so many times. Because, in all honesty, I am so new to this whole relationship type of thing. I don't know who you people think I am, but I am not actually a relationship expert. This is my 6th relationship. And we are determined to actually get it right? Like, literally, this is the actually only difference between this relationship and my other relationships. I'm actually taking this seriously. And I actually care about how this nigga feels. So it's just like this. Okay. I have to be careful not to hurt this nigga because I know the way I am. And he knows the way I is. Right? However, let's take into account that over time I have changed. Pat myself on the back. I have changed a little bit. Even if it's just like a little bit. I've changed a little bit. So I honestly expected him during this happened to be like, okay, she is not like the person that she was. Even if, yeah, she does get, bruh, like, he is not the person that he was, like, years ago when I met him. But sometimes, I be looking at this nigga like, this nigga ain't changed. This nigga is never gonna change. And then he does a complete 180 and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, let me suck that dick real quick. It's like that. This is literally like that with me. I just, like, if you try, if we're in a relationship, if you just even, like, it was just, like, the bare minimum, right? I like in a relationship, it's just, like, just give me the notion that you are trying. However, I am wrong. Because my values have changed as I have grown up. Now I just don't want for him to try. I don't want him to try just once and like it just like, which sometimes it does. I mean, there are things that, look, this nigga is on the ball like, yeah. 72% of the time. On the ball 72% of the time. And that's just like for all around being a great boyfriend, a great friend, to be life partner, just everything. But then there's sometimes where he gets stuck in who he used to be. And I get really hard on him, which is wrong, because I need to remember that, okay, this nigga has actually been through some shit. Because sometimes we don't really even think about that. I'm like, it's all about, okay, this is the way I feel, right? And I expect you to understand that, okay? My mindful thinking, where I went wrong, was not about how I was gonna speak to him, but not how he felt about what I was saying. So when I would speak to him, I would generalize it and say, oh, you didn't do this, you never did this, you didn't do that, you forgot this again. And in all honesty, it's not again. He just did that like 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it's like there are tons of days in the week anyway. And sometimes it's funny, we make a joke out of it, but those things like pile up into something, and I get irritated by something else. And usually, that's actually our argument. Our arguments are like an amalgamation of other things that have like piled up and like, you know, stewed up. Maybe we haven't addressed this shit enough and it's still on my mind, but I don't really know how to bring it up to him because he already said he's sorry and he'll fix it. So I'm just like, I trust him. Yeah, he'll fix it. And time goes on and I'm like, can I just make one suggestion? I just need to make one suggestion. And sometimes he takes it, I assume he takes it as harsh criticism. Because sometimes I know that I sound harsh and I know, trust me, it's hard. Look, it's hard being with me and actually taking criticism from me. You have to have hard skin because so sometimes I think he takes it and I don't mean it like that. I don't actually mean it like that. It's like, then I now have to start apologizing, and then I've already hurt his feelings, so he needs time. He's the type of person that needs time to cool off, as am I. So we separate each other, but then I get anxious because I'm like, this nigga's not gonna love me anymore. Insecurity start creeping in, and I'm just like, okay. You said you was gonna change. Okay, you change. Let's try again. Let's try approach him again, and then I get too emotional, and then I fuck up. Because I'm trying to explain something to you. I'm trying my best. I always tell myself, and I always vocalize, if you would just listen. But I myself don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense to him. But then sometimes when I say, okay, what do you think? Or what's your opinion on this? Am I crazy? Like, I always ask people if I'm trying to like talk to someone and I'm like, am I crazy? Like, does this make sense to you? Because I know how differently I think from other people. And it's just like, I know if you think I'm actually crazy, I'm open to that opinion that I'm actually taking things too far. Or I'm just thinking too much. Because I know I overthink things. I know that. Look, guys, I overdo way too much, which is mostly why we fight. I just overdo things. So it's just like, sometimes I like his opinion and he'd be like, nah, you just tell me what to do and I'll fix myself and I'm sorry. And I'm just like, you know what, this is not even your fault. So I don't know why you're apologizing. Like, this is like, all I told you was that, I feel this way and you don't need to apologize. And it's just like, bruh, like, I just need you to help me. Like, even so, sometimes I'll just be like, I don't know how I feel, but I feel bad. Help me. Nigga, help me. And then he goes deep down because my mood affects his, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm still working things out. I mean, I think I need a therapist at one point in my life. I bought a diary. Actually, I'm actually a sap. I just need him to know that I actually love him so much. That it's just like, I know I do stupid shit and I get angry at stupid shit, but I will not get angry at the most serious shit. Like, shit where people usually think girls get angry at, I don't. It would be, you didn't pick your clothes off the floor. Actually, that's actually very girly. You're playing Pokemon without me. Also girly. I am a girl. Okay, we'll just wrap this up. This has been another episode of Takes Thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell your grandma. Peace.